Congratulations on completing the lecture. Now, it's time to move on to the parser, which will take the tokens from the lecture and start making sense of them. In this lecture, we'll focus on setting up the foundation of Parser. As mentioned in the previous lecture, the lecture breaks down the source code into tokens, which are now ready for the parser to process. Next, we'll construct the parser. This line creates a new parser object that takes the tokens generated by the lecture as its input. To keep track of where we are in the token list, we introduce the current token index in the parser class. This keeps a reference to our current position in the list of tokens, starting from 0, which is the first token. The main job of the parser is to go through the tokens generated by the lecture and structure them into meaningful parts of the program. Right now, we're keeping things simple by just iterating through the tokens to make sure we can process them in order. The while loop keeps processing tokens as long as the current token index is less than the total number of tokens. This ensures that we don't go out of bounds. This line grabs the current token from the list of tokens based on the current index. For now, we're just printing each token to see what the parser is processing. Now that we've set up the basic structure of our parser, let's see it in action with a simpler example. We'll use this basic source code. Good. Everything looks as expected. Now that we've built the basic parser, it's time to give it more control. Besides looking at the current token, we'll add the ability to peek at the next token. To achieve this, we introduce a new index called Next Token Index, which tracks the token next to the current one, letting the parser look ahead. Why do we need this? Consider this statement. If the parser only looks at the current token, it will see the variable result and wouldn't know what comes next. But by peeking at the next token, equal, the parser knows that result is about to be assigned a value. This allows the parser to categorize this line of code as an assignment statement, rather than just seeing result in isolation. To help the parser gain this context, we've added the following functions. Current token returns back the current token. It uses the current token index to access the token at the current position in the list. Next token allows the parser to peek at the next token. It uses next token index to access the token immediately after the current one. Advance moves the parser's position to the next token by incrementing both index. Please pay attention. If your current token index is already pointing the last token available, you don't want to increment the next token index anymore. In this new while loop, we print the current token and the next token. This allows us to see the current and next tokens side by side, giving the parser more context as it processes each token.